Right guys, welcome back to a video here on Fog Wrestling. We're bringing you the top 5 moments from the WWF SmackDown show on the 4th of April 2002. The first exclusive SmackDown show since the brand split. And this technically was an exclusive SmackDown show because there was no Ric Flair. Unlike McMahon on Raw with his fucking SmackDown contract, there was no Ric Flair to be seen
There was no
on
free agents.
this show. The only hint of a Raw person was Triple H, who was on both shows. So, I mean, I kind of like that. And in my opinion, this SmackDown, this was obviously, if you put the first SmackDown exclusive show up against the first Raw exclusive show, I thought SmackDown kind of blew Raw out the water. Anyway, we're not here to talk about what did what. We're here to talk about the moments from the show. And I thought there was a lot of good moments from this show, but we have to narrow it down to 5 as always. And that means there's some good moments obviously missing out. But the first, coming in at number 5, was the opening promo to SmackDown.
And that was Kurt Angle making his way out to the ring.
You suck.
You suck. You suck. Basically talking about how life's unfair and all, and he wants that title shot. Out comes Jericho to confront him. He wants it. It looks like these two are going to have a wee square go.
Jericho says he's not received his one-on-one title shot yet.
Both get valid cases
both
here.
Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho would be worthy challengers, I think.
Out comes another worthy challenger though. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He beat the Hulkster. He's been in great form recently, but he doesn't want it. He says, "Let's give it to the Hulkster."
The Rock kind of says that Hogan. The Rock kind of says that Angle and Jericho don't really deserve it, and that The Rock does deserve it. But there's one guy more than The Rock that deserves it, and that is Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I mean, based on what? I mean, The Rock beat Hogan at Mania. What has Hogan done to deserve it? I just don't see The Rock's reasoning here. I could never imagine Austin cutting a promo like this, saying that someone deserves a title shot more than him. If you truly believe that, then would you really be in the WWF? I mean, it was a very good opening promo. I mean, when you got an opening promo with Jericho, Angle, and Rock, I mean, how can it not be bad? You know, how can it not be good? I mean, sorry, but
how can it not be bad?
You know what I mean? But yeah, the Rock just kissing Hogan's ass. It really did bring this.
I think this probably. See if this was done right and Hogan came out after The Rock and there was no kissing ass, I would put this first probably. But there was kissing ass.
You know, I thought we were maybe going to get ideally a Fatal 4-Way number contenders match, or you could have even done a tag match, Hogan and Rock versus Angle and Jericho. But instead we just get McMahon said he's going to pick a number 1 contender, so it's not going to be earned. It's just going to be decided by McMahon, which makes no sense. So I mean, it was a good opening promo, but when you break it down, it kind of didn't make a lot of sense.
Coming in at number 4, though, we have Triple H coming out to the ring and acknowledging the challenge of the immortal Hulk Hogan.
By this stage, McMahon had already announced backstage that Hogan was going to face Triple H for the belt at Vengeance, so Hogan didn't even need to win a match.
Backlash, big man.
Yeah, Backlash. Hogan just got announced the number 1 contender.
And it was weird the way Hogan didn't even acknowledge The Rock kissing his ass.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so Triple H basically kind of overlooked Hogan here and says that when he finishes with Hogan, he'll take care of The Undertaker next. Hogan didn't really take kindly to that.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something, Triple H. You've got a big nose, but I've got a big politicking backstage. So
do this favor for me, Hunter. I'll let you bury the roster for 4 years.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was a good promo with Triple H and Hogan. So it is what it is.
Can't go wrong with it.
Coming in at number 4. I mean, Hogan's limited, but what he does do works, but very fucking limited. Coming in at number 3, Jericho, Rock. These guys have had a lot of matches over the past couple of months, but I think this was arguably one of the better matches because I don't know. I mean, it just wasn't overbooked. It was just a good match,
and it felt actually fresh for some weird reason.
Yeah, and it was a really strong main event. I mean, Jericho Rock's always going to be a strong main event. It's a pay-per-view quality match, so when you're getting that on a SmackDown, or a Raw, it's always going to feel like you're being rewarded or you're getting treated to something good, and that's exactly what we got here coming at number 3. Number 2 was, I mean, when you think of all the promos that Rock and Jericho have had, Like, they've had so many great promos now. I actually did not remember this one until just watching it recently. It wasn't the longest promo, but it was like basically a backstage skip. But this was really, really funny.
Yes, we had Jericho confronting The Rock over McMahon choosing the Hulkster as the number one contender. He calls the Hulkster a never been, which
Yeah,
was brilliant.
Jericho's been getting called a has been, so Jericho calls Hogan a never has been. And Jericho basically called The Rock a jackass, blaming The Rock for Hogan getting picked. Jericho thinks because The Rock kissed Hulk Hogan's ass, that is why Hogan got the title shot. And here, again, Jericho, valid point. I mean, if it wasn't for The Rock, kissing Hogan's
But
ass,
remember,
then
guys, this isn't for the titles, as Michael Cole said about 100 fucking
yeah,
times.
if it wasn't for The Rock kissing, yeah, later on in the actual match, it's not nothing to do with this promo, but Michael Cole kept pointing out that Rock versus Jericho wasn't for the titles, it wasn't for number one contendership, it was for pride. And like, fuck off, Michael Cole.
Even though, despite the fact everything about the match was cause of the title, just not for the title.
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason I'm the match is because Jericho's pissed off that he thinks The Rock got Hogan the shot over him. So, I mean, what's Cole smoking? Pride.
Let's just get. I mean, if this show had JR, like, final.
But anyway, this was really funny. Jericho was listing off all the times he's beat The Rock, and then The Rock, just gives him the hand to the face, like, sharp, and then The Rock says, why don't you try and beat The Rock tonight on The Rock Show SmackDown? The challenge is made. Jericho accepts. Yeah, really, really good promo there backstage from The Rock and Jericho. But coming in at number one is pure quality gold, in my opinion.
Iconic. We have Edge confronting Kurt Angle backstage, and he has the signs, and we all know. I mean, this is just iconic.
So, Edge approaches Angle as if he wants to make peace. Edge seems to want to be friends with Angle, and he's showing Angle like a picture Angle with a title and a picture Angle with medals, and then Kurt Angle's kind of like warming up to Edge. But when Kurt Angle then holds the pictures up to look at them,
these are great.
It's got like it's got like arrows pointing towards Angle, and it's making fun of him. And so he's like, "I'm a dork. It's true." All this stuff, and Kurt's looking at the pictures, and Kurt's like saying, "Oh, these are great. This is fantastic," and it basically he's burying himself. And then Edge walks away, and Kurt Angle's like, "That Edge is not a bad guy. He's a pretty good guy." And then Kurt Angle just realizes he catches on that all the pictures have like things
insults
with
those
directions on the back of them, and then he's like, fuck Edge, and he's going to face Edge tonight in the main event. So I think
not quite the main event.
Well, not the main, but a main event quality match. So anyway, guys, that is the top 5. Really good SmackDown, as we already covered in the review. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it.
Much better than Raw.
But yeah, definitely SmackDown so far. It's only been one show, really, since the brand split, but SmackDown definitely ahead as things stand at the moment. Anyway, guys, that's it from Fog Wrestling. Until next time.
That's it.